Hello everyone, welcome to Rimworld, where we are this time going to try and survive in this apocalyptic underground volcanic area. You're right, this here is going to be our home. Now it has plenty of dangers, like lava, like a lot more, but we're here with Kayloon. Like you can see, kind of modded. She has wings, she's a devilish person, which does allow her to survive up to 65 degrees, which means currently she's kind of hot, I think, but she's not, worst. We don't have an evolving religion this time. We have a very hard religion. We're cannibalistic, but to offset that, we have the blind sight, where it's very important that we're blind. And we are underground tunnelers and cavern dwellers. That means that we like to be underground, we like to stick around here, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to chop all this wood, because we're going to need it initially. Luckily, we do have some animals here that can serve as food, because I tried to record this once before, and I'll be very honest with you, I perished. I died. Very quickly, even. Because I tried to start a fight with one of these lizards, and my character definitely wasn't supposed to fight a big lizard. What can you do? I always thought fighting a big lizard is not a big deal, but apparently it was. Fighting big lizards, a big no-no. So we're gonna make a little door here, make a little wall. Why? Because with this, our little living arrangement should not be super hot anymore. It is cooling down just because it's small. That's good. That's good. The next thing we desperately need, we only have 10 meals. I tried to do this challenge without any meals, but the character goes mad real quick. Is we're going to mine this this steel, and clearly we're pretty good at mining, even better at intellectual stuff. So I've actually mastered the level and capped it, so we're good. Now with this mining, we're going to take care of our basic necessities. One thing I do want to order is the destruction of all of these stalagmites. They're going to give us chunks, but we don't want the actual stalagmites in here. It's going to be frustrating. Another thing we're going to be doing is mine this out. Here we go. And then mine this. We're gonna create a little door here. This is going to be a little sleeping space. Now, like you might notice, the struggles we're gonna have here are different. A lot of things like wood, like food, they're not going to be easy to generate because of, well, like you can see, there's no ground that we can grow on. The biggest things being these patches, and that can only be grown on specific things. Now we do get fungal flooring, which is going to be our primary source of meat and food. I'm actually going to cancel these because this can make for a perfect little wall of bedroom that we don't currently have yet. Like I said, not a bedroom yet, but we can build a... Where is structure? That's what I'm looking for. We can already build this steel wall with a steel door. These metals are going to be one of our main sources of building, quickly followed by what is soon to be stones, because we do start because of our thing. We start with a stonecutter's technology, and that's essentially how we're going to be surviving here. Now look at this. It's actually relatively chill indoors. It's not too hot, so we're going to create a bed. Furniture. We're gonna create a steel bed to sleep on, and I think if we're here in extra furniture, we can have a little table. So we're gonna build a little table right here, very nice, with a little chair, which I want it to be just, where is it? There we go. We're gonna do a little steel stool so that our character isn't gonna complain about not having a nice bed and not being able to eat at a table. But for now, we're going to collect this steel. It's one of the primary things to do. This lava apparently isn't bothering us. We have no problem. Cargo pot with apparel. dropped somewhere that we can't see. So some of the areas or caves that might still be blocked off because we can't see everything. Like those cargo pods that just dropped. The steel here is going to be very helpful, however. It's going to allow us to build things like simple furniture. With 320 steel, I'm already pretty happy with how things are turning out. Honestly, going to give a mine order to... Oh, something's happening. Game has to make decisions. Yep, with some more food, that's okay. I want this gone simply for the sake of it. Might as well remove all this, including this. Why? Because this is going to be a little area where we're going to live in. So eventually we'd like to get rid of all this, so that we have a proper living area. For now, we're going to keep this how it is, and this is where we're going to create our storages. Animal transport crash. Ludwig. Somewhere, again, out of view. I imagine that there's like another entire space here somewhere. Like there's open spaces here where we can't currently see. Nonetheless, this is a very useful area to sleep in. Indoors, it's a lot cooler. It's a smaller area, so I guess it's cooler. But we do need to start planning our growing soon. Which I am going to do the moment this is all done. Strange signal. That means that there's the monolith somewhere. Ooh, didn't see that. That's bronze. Good to know. A lot of the invasions, if we're going to be attacked, they're going to have to struggle through this heat. If they are not immune to it. Because we did also install some mods with races that are, well, immune to this type of weather. Which is actually very good for them. But with us mining, we're gonna relax, having mined out the proportions of our living room. It's a very awful dining room because it's so bad looking, just like how this is a sort of very awful sleeping arrangement. But that's okay. You know what? For now, we're probably going to cancel a lot of these orders because you're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna just do that. Oh. There we go. That way we should soon be constructing. And this again is going to be our growing area. So we want it gone soon. Ethereophosphatic lands are filling the cavern. Okay, interesting. Here's the anima tree, by the way. The anima tree still manages to remain. It just doesn't grow. It's too hot here for it to grow, but hey, that's part of life. Now we do hope that this is done soon. Like, we like all this steel, especially because that's a good building material. And if we have these components right here, we can already construct things like generators. But seeing as there's no burnable material here, it's not going to be the best solution. Again, a lot of steel, high yields, because of our religion. We get a high mining yield. Let's go. Could even have this miner. We can have a miner. We have a miner role. But you're going to sleep. Again, no light, no anything. The temperature here, there is still temperatures. So I imagine because it's Apramade's fall, it's going to get colder here. And in the December, it's going to get hotter. But that is something that we might need to keep in mind. Who knows? You do have these lovely little metal shells. These little creatures that honestly I'd love to tame. They're asexual, so if we could, I would. But we have no animal skill because our race is somewhat not happy with animals. Our lovely little beautiful race doesn't like animals because they're demons. That's my flavor for it. They're demons, so they don't like animals. We're gonna make a area here. Definitely gonna tell them to mine this as well. I don't know if this is going to be steel. I don't think it is. It's just stone. So I'm gonna tell you to mine this. And then to order you to mine this too. Possibly we're just gonna order you to mine this entirety. This should be relatively fast. I'm also going to order you to construct furniture. Some steel shelves. Gonna be easier to gather things in. Like, all that steel should now have a place to be in. So we're gonna just order you to construct all that. This way that steel can be hauled somewhere. Everything can be hauled somewhere. Now, with this construction, or with this mining, we're gonna wait until Kaloon. But like you can see, the food is already running out. And we have not even yet started thinking about what we're gonna do next. Luckily, we can eat the fungal stuff, so we're probably gonna eat horribly the first couple of days. But that's how it is. What is dulces? Dulces is berries. Interesting. So if I was to grow, right, make a growing zone on here, and I'd say dulces. Is that somewhere? Oh, we're gonna have to look through this entirety. Dulces. That's a plant we can grow. And it's a berry plant. That's going to be crucial. I didn't know that we could grow this. This berry plant might be our salvation. Whew. Interesting. Interesting. A lot of things that are going to come late because we, for example, cooking. Normally, even with our cooking supplies, we either build a fuel stove or an electric stove. But a fuel stove we can't because there's nothing to fuel it with. And an electric stove we can't because we have nothing that could power it. There's no wind down here. Like, no wind turbine can be constructed. See, there's nothing we can do about it. Let's see, even in the most open space. Nope. Even where there's nothing. Okay, we can, but it's not open space. There's not going to be any wind down here. And if there is, we're going to play as if there's not, because that would be stupid. Like, I think the fact that that would happen is a little, like, the fact that there's wind here is illogical. So we're going to play as if there's no wind. As such, no power. We are starting to grow the dulces, which is good. Like, we're going to start growing this beautiful food resource. Cullion is just like... The fact that we have compacted machinery as well here is actually very lucky. I'm going to tell you to mine it just because we're going to need to mine this at one point anyway. We might as well mine it immediately. But down here, there is a lot of resources. Compacted steel is not particularly rare, just like any map, but there should be some more resources around too, at least normally. We're having a little check. More compacted machinery. Someone managed to kill the boom moth, probably the salamander. Some more steel, things like that, right? We're good so far. We're gonna take a little look-see at Callian, but I don't think she's gonna have a lot to work with. As we're going to build this, we're going to reconstruct this wall. Here we go. That's what I mean. But I'm happy that we can count on something growing in terms of our food production. Now, it's clear that they can't be two together and only grow on the outskirts, but we can properly start. This is now probably a storage room, yep, because of all the shelves. But our underground people should be okay living like this. Callian here is not going to be too hot. Indoors here, it's going to get more and more cool. I think the more we make barriers, the cooler it gets. And we've eaten the last of our meals, which is an important detail to remember. She's relaxing a bit socially, but one thing we're going to do next is going to put down flooring. We're going to put the fungal gravel right there. Okay, she's relaxing socially, I understand, but it's going to be... yeah. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is a good start. This is a very good start. One of the next things we should build, what I'm worried actually about, is a production is a simple research bench. But if we make it out of steel, okay, we're only gonna need steel. All right, that was a big fear of mine, that we're going to need wood for the research bench, but that's not the case. All right, look at that. Simple. But one thing that we do need to look for is her food needs, because I'm not going to keep up too long. Dulces, we're going to harvest. Oh, no. The undead hordes, I don't think our heat's going to protect us here. Yeah, I doubt the heat of this place is going to protect us from the undead. But so far, Kellyanne is living her life. I guess we could put some security down. Like, we could put like a steel spike trap somewhere, just so that the zombies that come will fall. And might immediately perish. But I don't know how good of an idea that actually is. And so far, I like Kellyanne's life here. She's by herself. She's exiled from her demon kin. She's not an actual demon. She's a custom race made of red horn, where she's weak to cold and UV light, but that's not going to be a problem here. And the only thing that she has is that she's very smart, but bad with animals, and she has demon horns and wings. She's not... it's not natural for her to be super pretty. Which is Raid of the Undead Hordes. Yeah, here, I'm curious what the imp nature is. Fire immune, heat immunity. Cool. That's horrible news. So we're going to craft, make a crafting station. And we're going to need to build to create a weapon. Mind you, we can create a knife. I don't know if we can create a sword. We can also create a hatchet. Colleen, I need you to start crafting. I'm sorry. I don't know how long this wall here is going to, this door here is going to last. At least he needs a very long route to get here. Yeah, this door is definitely not going to hold up. So, any chance you could construct a steel wall here real quick? Okay, there we go. This gives us some extra time of creating this steel hatchet. Okay. Can you equip it? You're starving. I know. That's going to suck. More gonna suck is this guy getting through and not being shanked by you. Did he just light me on fire? That's probably gonna hurt my gear, isn't it? Okay. Keep attacking her. Although, no, your literally only purpose is to research and to attack. Okay. Have you killed her? Very nice. So one of the other things we're going to do is you're allowed to tend to yourself. Health. You tend to yourself. But one thing that this means is that if we now build a production and then a butcher spot, we can add a build to butcher creature, details, do forever, but give us the details anyway, because we're okay with you butchering anything. If we now tell you to butcher, what kind of meat do we get from this little imp? Not too much, it seems. But you will be happy about having eaten some more human meat. At least we got that. That you have a quiver. Interestingly enough. She's gonna be upset about us having to cook raw food for a while. But we can't really do anything about that. I don't know why you're deteriorating if you're like you are outdoors, but you're not. This is indoors. Transport crash. Ooh, we know of this. This person is a animakin, good with plants. Is an undergrounder. He's bleeding. But she's not geared for this weather. Like, even in our base, she would be cooking, right? Yeah, she would be boiling alive in our base. So we can't really gather her. I'm gonna have to kind of let her die. Very sad. Okay, we're gonna build that. Okay, it does create some berries. It doesn't have, like, a lot of nutritional value, but so far this is good. Kind of want her to haul these things first. We're gonna have to create a little stockpile zone as well. We're gonna make this. Like, this is not where we live, so we might as well make it that. And we're gonna just let the animakin up here die. Oh, she's already died. Let's see. We will allow her, so Hellion might go grab her to butcher her. In this hellhole of a heatscape, we do have to be worried about people attacking us. But she's going to clearly grab her and butcher the body. For now, the raw human meat, however, is going to be a necessity. Because we don't have any possibility to get the power we need to not have that happen. The only way I can think of is if we manage to get research this. Power through gas. It's not that far away. So it is one of the only ways that we can do that. And I think the helix gas is in vanilla expanded. And would be under gas extraction. Yeah, here. We get gas extraction, so we need so we would need a we'd need smithing first, which means this is what we need to learn first. And that's okay. Look at that. Bam. Beautiful. Removing some of that. Perfect. Eating some raw meat. Not perfect, but at least it's good. Like, at least we can do something with it. I'm also happy that you're at least hauling the things, because what we actually really wanted to do was haul these for. That is the ones that we need to get away. That's why we made this. The undead hordes simply gave us something to eat, which is very nice of them, if you think about it. Here we go. And then we're going to create a growing zone here. Like you can see, it's already a lot cooler in here. So, mushroom growing zone, 6 by 6. I'm going to do it like this, so I can actually expand these without them overlapping. This is going to be for Nutrifungus. Because I don't think you have the plant skills. No, you do not. Tindercap. Yeah, we kind of need Tindercap. I think there was this other plant that we could use for threads. I don't know if it's the stinker. Oh, no. The stinker is a edible mushroom. Which one is the thread one? It's one of these that you grow on there. Perhaps I need a normal growing zone. I don't know if we can put those on here. Okay, yeah, we can put a normal growing zone on here. Now we can actually look at those. I think it's the moonless stripes, right? Actually, why would we do that? Why would we grow that plant on there if we can just grow moonless stripes on normal things? Yeah, that's doesn't sound very logical. So we could, in theory, we don't have enough. Okay. Let's put in rice. I don't know if we can put in rice there. I'd be very interested. We can plant rice, which is never going to grow, so I don't know why I planted it. Chroma cap. We could dye things with chroma cap. Sure, let's make chroma cap. With these three, we should have enough to plant what we need. We should have a little food in reserve here with human meat. But for now, I'm actually going to disallow this. We don't need sowing here for now. We need to sow in these nutri-fungus spots. The growth rate is actually really good. And these are also growing just fine. So for the future reference, I'm going to cut this in half. And grow some of the textile plant on here. Like these. There's some more dulces here that we could harvest. Definitely doing that. Eating some more human meat. I mean, that's your religion, so we can't really bash on it now, can we? You still want to be blind. Because being blinded is like a good thing in your religion. So otherwise you're really sad. You want to touch true reality by being blind. The tin mushrooms, they're not going to give us a lot. Like, I'll be very honest, they're not going to give us a huge amount of wood. But it's better than having nothing. So, while this is done, I'm going to give the order to do some more mining. To here. Now with that done, you're going to mine this out. I'm going to put a steel door right there. Essentially giving this its own separate room too, allowing it to be killed. We need to actually haul that as well, so that the heat doesn't boil over. How long before this is boiled? Not too long. Why are you wearing the quiver? Are you going to be upset because you're getting have tainted environment? No, apparently not. Well, if you're not upset, I'm not upset. We're gonna allow this again. You do eat, you're eating the berries. We're gonna replant these. A growth rate of 85 is very satisfying to me. Like, surprisingly enough, we have some of these lag spikes that I don't know where they're coming from. The dulces here is doing good. I do really like that we have some chroma cap. They look really nice. Now this is going to be a little research room. Oh, you just okay. You just decide to haul the steel as you go to bed. Okay. Keeping an eye on this. A basilisk. What is your? You're very smart. Health. What can you give me? Basilisk should gaze upon them. It's both designed and named after a mythological. Eats meat. It does have a burn. Or a yeah, it has a burn and a scratch. Probably from fighting this fire salamander, if we're being honest. Now, I did say tame it, but I honestly don't think we need to. We can essentially use it. No, we have no human meat anymore. We can essentially use it as a sort of backup food source. Now that it trusts us, we can just kind of like slaughter it if necessary. I know, kind of awful, but what do you do? Survival is kind of necessary. What are you? A foundry beetle? These beetles are often bred as war bugs by... oh, you can fight with them. These pill bugs are also good to eat and kill because they generally give you some nice food. No, they don't give you nice food. They give you livable food. Okay, remove that. This should immediately calm the... or cool the cave down a little bit. Look at this growth rate of these. Okay, good. Cleaning. Very nice. Let's production. Put down a simple research bench. Bad temperature, I know, but it's a necessary temperature. With this... argopods, that we don't know where they are, so they're not useful. We're going to research smithing. I love how you're cleaning everything. Like, I don't know why, but one of the things we actually should do, because you're lacking entertainment, is creating that entertainment. So we're going to put down a little steel horseshoe. There we go. You're standing over... I would not stand there. Personally, I think this is a bad idea. Although you can't really... you can't really be burned, so I guess that's not that bad. But the reason why we're doing this is so that we can grade gas extraction. And gas extraction allows us to hopefully make simple gas machinery. Like creating a gas powered generator at one point. Although I'm not sure how useful that's going to be and necessary. Mission, rundown installation. I mean, we can't really go outside with these people. And one thing that we continuously need to do is check for dulces in terms of food, because right now we don't have a lot of it. Manual priorities. I'm gonna make you research as a priority right now. Because with your research skills, this should go very fast. If you have a level 20 in research, like, that's mad. And if necessary, we can always kill the basilisk. Chase deserter, no thank you. This is what I mean with you're studying for less than a day, you already have 100 down. Easy. This is growing. Chroma caps are growing. On days like this, kids like you could be burning in hell. No, I'm kidding. We've got here some more compacted machinery here, some more steel there. No more tall cheese. Oh, that's a fire cylinder. I'm like, is that... Normally this would deter its natural predators if it wasn't for their poor vision. Okay. No dulces anywhere. Starvation, yeah. We're gonna have to do this. I'm afraid. Lovely little basilisk. You're going to die. And then you're going to be butchered. It's very cute. It's very nice that you joined us. And if you joined us at any other time, we would gladly have you. But right now, we needed the food. We needed to consume you. Otherwise, we would perish. With that, I'd say this is the good end of our first episode. Where our base is starting to look nice. Like, it's starting to look functional. But we'll see how that works out in the future. Thank you all for having watched, and I'll see you next time.